All right, Shea, what do we have for shot or no shot?
All right, I want to get David Kaplan excited here, Hoodie. The Cubs have won 4 straight games.
Let's go!
Another offensive outburst last night. They even survived a bullpen implosion late, scored 9 runs in rainy, cold weather, and Seiya Suzuki is off to an especially hot start with and it feels like an average exit velo around 115. He's batting .333 with 2 home runs, a 158 OPS plus through the first 6 games. It's only 6 games, but let's have a little fun. Shot or no shot? Seiya Suzuki is a dark horse MVP candidate.
That's a shot, man. That is a shot. I'm not telling you he's going to win it, but Charlie Bevins looked it up this morning. He's 50-1 right now. I'm betting him. 50-1? That's called value.
Kind of need the ball club to support you around that, Cap, I would say.
We win the division. He has a monster year. Game on.
I think he's got a little bit of a hill to climb. I would say no shot to that. I would say it would not surprise me if Seiya Suzuki is going to be the best offensive player for the Cubs. Would not surprise me. I think Bellinger's in that same category, and I think Morel has a shot at it as well. Probably a bigger Morel fan than anything else on this team, but I would say that that's slightly a no shot. That's what I would say. And I also would add this, since my partner was quick to correct me at Bernie's. When I said the Cubs are playing the Rockies, I told Cap, I said, well, you got to buy. Got to buy this week. There are no buys in Major League Baseball unless you're the White Sox, the A's, and the Rockies.
One batter, one pitch, 1 out at a time.
Not in that series.
You guys beat the
fine.
Braves. What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, I said the Sox would win a game in the series. Thank God we didn't get Strider yesterday. I mean, that would have been ugly.
Hey, split the series. Not bad.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect that.
Pretty good, kid.
Yeah. Well,
Win, loss, and rain. Split series.
I thought that the Sox would win 1 game because that was a shot or no shot.
That milkshake's what, like a 180 OPS plus?
I drink your milkshake.
By the way, what are Mookie Betts' MVP odds right now? Have you seen the way this guy's season has started?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Yep.
I know people want to say lineup protection is a myth, but batting leadoff in front of Ohtani must be nice. Try 485 with 9 walks, 5 dingers on 16 hits.
I told Hoodie last night, so I bet Shohei over 1.5 bases. He had a single. And then I'm doing some stuff in the house, and I hear this, like, explosion. He hit a home run that was hit so hard.
Solid.
It was insanity.
Yes.
And to have that, as Shea just said, behind you, boy, you're getting a lot of fastballs.
Yeah. I mean, Mookie Betts is amazing. It's funny that you and I were watching that game. I had no idea you were watching the Dodgers and Giants since my Padres played earlier, so my late-night creep was the Dodgers and Giants. As soon as, by the way, Ohtani hit that home run, so long, everybody.
I knew you were watching. I was going to text you.
I was watching. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm Hoodie. I'm watching late-night West Coast baseball.
I was just watching Joe Kelly. I'm like, what a jag. Every time I see him, I'm just like, oh, God. He's on his Dodgers team, too.
Hey, big personality.
Yeah, I know. And big ERA. But I it's funny because when I saw the home run, Cap, I hit the power button on the remote. That'll be all.
Is Joe Kelly the one that Ohtani gave him his wife a car?
I'm not sure. Look that up, boys.
Look that up, boys. Okay, check that. I think I heard.
Carm, look that up, boys.
That Ohtani wanted number 17, which Joe Kelly was wearing.
And now he's wearing 99.
And his wife said, you need to give Shohei that number.
It's like they got a Porsche out of it.
Sheesh.
She got like a Porsche or a Range Rover or something. A car pulled up, and I'm pretty sure Joe Kelly said, hon, come out here a second. There's a car out here. What?
Now, how's Ohtani buying a Porsche on $2 million a year salary?
Here's Shea Norley.
He's
Shea?
really good at gambling.
Hey, don't say that. We don't know. Allegedly. Be careful. Allegedly. Just be careful. Cap. Don't take it down.
Yeah, and he plays for me, Shohei. Yeah, play Manchester United today.
Cap, as you well know, that's one of the phrases you can't say on the air.
What's that?
What you just said about Ohtani and gambling. Here's Shea Norley. Shea?
Maybe he's gambling on the base pass.
Hey, you can't say that.
Matt Eberflus did a sit-down with Larry Mayer talking about the 9th pick in the draft. I just thought this was kind of funny.
Okay.
Once again, stressed the need to pressure the quarterback, saying, quote, I would also argue that an inside piece is something we need to be looking at. This is his favorite refrain in the world, saying defense, the engine is the defensive tackle. That's the starting point for what Eberflus wants to do. He wants the Bears to look at that with the 9th pick. Shot or no shot, the Bears should be looking at defensive tackle with the number 9 pick in the draft.
What's a no shot? But then, so here we go with the push and pull of the Chicago Bears team. As you well know, Poles is the man, right? Full autonomy. But don't you think that Eberflus early on had more influence? I feel like he did, and here's why. Who puts linebackers on the team first before you build the line?
Because Eberflus asked him to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I think he had more swing than Poles at the beginning, Eberflus.
Look,
did you not?
He did.
Okay.
Okay, look, I don't think Hoodie's going to agree with me, but once they take Caleb and they're on the clock for 9 and they decide they're not trading the pick, maybe they will, but I'm saying if they decided that, you look at your board and you go, who's the best player up there? Well, we have this D tackle rated future All-Pro, but we have a need at wide receiver, and that guy's rated a really good player, but not an All-Pro. Take the All-Pro, man. Take the All-Pro. You need a D tackle. They've talked about we got to get somebody to play on the interior. Well, if the guy's there, take him. If the receiver's the best player, take him. If the left tackle, Joe Alt, is there and he's the best guy on your board, take him. Period.
All I'm telling you is that you can't get 10s across the board on the defensive line. You can't. It's never going to be perfect. The offensive line, you're not going to get 10 out of 10 on the offensive line either. What I'm saying is I would prefer them to trade the pick and go down and get more picks from 9. That's what I would prefer, to get multiple picks. You got 4 now. I like for them to get multiple picks. They may or may not do that. What I'm saying is, Cap, is that you know you still need offensive line help. It's funny who we've talked to lately about the offensive line. From Albert Breer to Waddle, he's not even sure if Shelton and Bates are the answer to help this offensive line. I think there's still more to come. At least it should be. Are you confident in this offensive line that can help Caleb Williams? I think it's good. And by the way, it's never going to be perfect. What I'm saying is that there's a big need right there. Yes, the Bears also need 3 technique. But I'm saying that the offensive line, the protection of the quarterback is job 1 for me. You have enough to get to the quarterback now.
Okay.
Do you not?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you need another edge. Maybe you re-sign Yannick Ngakoue. I don't know. But I'm simply saying to you, if I get my quarterback at 1 and I'm sitting at 9, okay, what are they offering? We watched that cool video I retweeted yesterday of Monty Ossenfort, the GM of the Cardinals last year, trading out of 3, getting a haul back, and then trading back up with the haul to 5, but keeping some of it for himself and getting Paris Johnson to play tackle. It was super cool, man, to watch him work. And if Poles is on the clock and says, nah, I'm not moving out of 9 because the offers aren't good enough, then take the best player on your board. Why are you spending $1 million setting up your board, sending scouts all over the world to look at different players, and then going, oh, I got Jonathan Hood, the Georgia tackle, clearly the number 1 guy on my board. Nah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to go 4 guys down my board because it's a receiver or offensive line. Take the best guy on the board. Or if you trade the pick, take the guy at the next spot, whatever it is.
It just feels the same to me when you do that. Because what have we known about, Shea, what have we known about Bears football our lives? Like a good running game, strong defense. And I'm saying is one of the things I like about the Lions so much is that even though you feel maybe their secondary is a little rickety and you get better in the secondary, at least I know that offensive line, defensive line are straight, that they have exactly what they need. They have a quarterback in place, a running game in place, so they have checked a lot of boxes. And I'm saying that I don't want the Bears to be going back to that same old of, well, our defense is ferocious, but the offensive line is bad. I just want them to be able to shore that up. And if they can do that with multiple picks, I want them to do that. And by the way, with me saying they should go down and get more picks, they could be able to do both. They could draft someone from the offensive line and defensive line if they wanted to. I just want them to make sure that because that was such a storyline last year. I don't want to hear about a rickety offensive line and them not taking care of it in the offseason by having just a couple of veterans and Shelton
Kevin
Bates.
Jenkins has not made it through a season unscathed. He's a good player.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, like you just said, it's October 17th, and we're like, Kevin Jenkins is out for a month? What are we doing now? They've got some guy that gave up a 6th-round pick from Miami for Dan Feeney. No. But I'm simply telling you, I'm taking the best guy on the board. And if it's a trade and then the best guy on the board, you take the best guy on the board always.
Go ahead.
Period.
Go ahead, Shea.
All right, quickly. Last night, one of the most entertaining things in sports occurred. In Rangers-Devils, the puck dropped, and 2 seconds later, a line brawl. 5-on-5, gloves dropped, everybody fighting.
It was amazing.
The best thing is the referees on skates just circling around watching. It's great. Shot or no shot, more sports need fights.
Oh, that's a no shot. No, more sports don't need spot. No, I don't think more sports need fights like that. Close your eyes and imagine that was in the NBA.
That happened on my birthday. You remember it. Friday night, November 19, the Malice at the Palace.
Yeah.
Horrible. A horrible thing for the sport. Horrible for the fans that were in attendance, people watching. No, that's stupid. No shot.
But hockey, part of the sport, right?
Part of the sport.
Why is it acceptable in
exactly.
hockey? But
See?
if it has, my point is, we need to accept it in other sports. We need to embrace this.
Oh, no.
No.
No, it can't look like that in the NBA, Shea.
Oh, are you kidding? Fisticuffs in the NBA? I'd be ecstatic.
No.
I'd make a bucket of popcorn,
No.
edge of my seat.
No, I understand, because this is the era that I grew up in of a physicality where if you punch somebody, that's just that's a personal foul and the guy can still stay in the game.
You remember Norm Van Leer chased the late Norm Van Leer, my old partner, chased Sidney Wicks around Chicago Stadium with a folding chair until somebody intervened.
I heard about that.
A folding chair.
Yeah. Yep. And that was a common foul back then.
Correct. He didn't get ejected.
It was.
He didn't get kicked out.
But again, the perception. Yeah, I saw that too, because I saw Kevin Winter, my buddy from ESPN Radio, tweet it out and talked about all these ejections. I go, what are you talking about? And then he explained it to me. I'm like, oh my God, now imagine that's in the NBA. That just wouldn't happen. Oh my God, what's happened to the sport? Those thugs fighting one another. That's exactly what it would be. So I just find that interesting that that's classic for the sport, and that's great for the sport, that as soon as the puck is dropped in the first period, that everyone's fighting, and that's cool. Let that happen in the league. What would happen?
You're right.
I mean, Hoodie, think about the most exciting moment maybe in the White Sox season last year. Was Tim Anderson swinging and missing, as he's wont to do, and Jose Ramirez connecting with a hook.
It was amazing.
That was maybe the best moment of the season.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate, actually. Anderson tried to square up, and then boom, gets knocked down, and going falling backwards. Yeah, absolutely. I like a good skirmish, but the repercussions and what people will say, the optics of it, if that happened in the NBA on a regular basis. And by the way, Cap, as you all know, it used to. It used to.
Absolutely.
This league filled with cocaine, these thugs around the NBA fighting one another. What is this? They need to clean up the league. Hockey?
You're correct.
Hockey, commonplace. It's good. It's good for the sport. Funny how that works.
I believe it was Bruins North Stars when I was in college. Yeah, here it is. February 26, 1981. It was the same as last night. Bobby Smith was the center. He was soft as Charmin, not a fighter at all. They dropped the puck. He dropped his gloves, dropped his stick, and it's on. The coaches got into it underneath the stands.
Yeah.
Yes.
And, of course, when you fight like that, it's premeditated. Like, hey there, like an episode of Shorzy. Hey there, you know what? As soon as we get to the center circle, we're dropping them, eh?
Some of it I did not know was contrived, and Adam Burrish was on a show with me, and he said there are times there's no juice in the building. Guys are tired. It's the 4th game in 5 nights, and you'll say, Hoodie, you want to go? We'll get these people going.
Yeah.
And he goes and you fight for whatever till they break it up and kind of wink, and we're good. I'm not mad at you. We just did it to get the team fired up.
Now do that in the league on the jump ball. They would shut the season down.
Right. We'd have Adam Silver. Breaking news. There's a press conference they're carrying on every channel. We'd have it on here. Yeah. Bruins North Star, 7 seconds into the game.
Yeah.